thing got a one on. We were heading that way.
Shabbat Shalom. Europe was an intriguing place. It was history come to life. It was reflecting over what was and calling out over and over, never again, never again. And yet, it's starting again. I don't have the luxury of blinding myself to the facts. Today, synagogues and temples continued and continue to be defiled with bullets and paint. Jewish cemeteries have swastikas painted on tombstones, and it's 2024, not 1938. No single person is responsible. It may take a child to raise a community because that child forces a community to come together. But communities of hate ooze and seep hatred as they radicalize another hater. The one lighting the fuse or triggering the bomb needed someone to teach them how to build it, how to use it, how to present a usable reason. The last man striking out isn't responsible for the loss of the World Series. The team did. It was his sad luck of the draw. Our society has become immune to many levels of caring. We no longer care for the others, but we are all somebody's other. We certainly care less about the others without realizing we are all someone else's other. I returned from my pilgrimage with a deeper understanding of history. I felt like I'd entered and exited Jules Verne's time machine. But seeing is believing, and I came back having seen the sights of history. We know what those sites are, we know their names, we know where they came from. But seeing is believing. What I learned is I can't turn back. I can't ignore. I can't forget what I saw, what I felt, what I heard, and what I touched. In these years, I have to stay on alert. We can't afford the luxury of being a sleeping sentry on duty. The putrid boils of anti-Semitism and white supremacy that erupted in the 1930s in Europe merely went underground after the Holocaust. Today it's oozing back to the surface. I hear fellow Jews saying, "Never again, we will never forget." It may be true for us, but there are those who want us to forget. Worse, many delightfully remember those times and want to do it again, God forbid. My tears are falling in solitude as I ponder, what can I do this time to not be one of those who says, "Nonsense, that could never happen here." It has already started. To go back to the swinging 60s and start over, what a dream. Not to extend my life's journey, but to have the ultimate redo for our world. I finished unpacking clothes and suitcases, unpacking the emotions. I'm afraid that's going to take a bit longer. One of the things I noticed most clearly was first, the people lost compassion. Then they lost concern. Then they thought they lost culpability. That was where they lost their way. I pray, dear God, that we not follow the same path. Why is it people intone the name of Auschwitz as if it's only usable by the Jews? It is a holy site, a learning site. But why then? Why did we not learn? Why do we think the word is a past tense noun only? We are here for Shabbat, a Shabbat of deeply regarded sadness, of hidden anger, a proof text that we survived, damaged, bruised, but we survived. The question becomes, to what end did we survive? what do we do with that survival? Do we know what we can do? Or is it just a visual fantasy in our minds? Maybe we just don't know. The very last, so richly, brightly, dazzlingly yellow. Perhaps if the sun's tears would sing against the white stone, such a yellow is carried away up high. It went away because it wished to kiss the world goodbye. For 7 weeks I've lived in here, everywhere there is darkness. The darkness of fear which threatens both life and light. The darkness of hatred which smothers goodness and decency. We have been commanded to kindle lights, to kindle flames, to dispel the darkness that envelops us. Shamor, to guard. Zachor, to remember. In the reflection of these Shabbat candles, we see this red lamp brought to this pulpit from Dachau, a weekly reminder of the pain, of the hurt, and of the loss. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu l'hadlik ner shel Shabbat. Together, trust that darkness is not too dark for you, O Israel, and that the light of morning will follow the nights of our sorrow. One day, like people everywhere, 6 million of our people worked and had children, hoped, made plans, laughed and cried, were foolish or wise, said their prayers, loved, lost, gained, dreamed. One other day they vanished into graves they were forced to dig, or they were turned into ashes that floated upward in eternal reproach of all who breathe. Millions more like them, of other folk, suffered the same fate. All these we now remember. It burns, brothers, it burns. The time of anguish God forbids now burns. When the village and you in one blow turn to ashes, to flames all nothing will remain at all, but just a blackened wall. And you look and you stand, each with folded hand, and you look and you stand, a burning village and land. It burns, brother, it burns. To you alone this agony turns. If you love your town, your name, take the vessels and quench the the chimneys on the ingeniously devised habitations of death. When Israel's body drifted as smoke through the air, was welcomed by a star, a chimney sweep, a star that turned black, or was it a ray of sun? The chimneys. Freedom's way for Jeremiah and Job's dust, who devised you and laid stone upon stone, the road for refugees of smoke. Oh, the habitations of death, invitingly appointed for the host who used to be a guest. Oh, you fingers laying the threshold like a knife between life and death. Oh, you dwellings, oh, you chimneys, you fingers, and Israel's body as smoke wafting through the air. There is a divine dream which the prophets and rabbis have cherished and which fills our prayers to you. It is a dream, O God, of a world rid of evil by your grace, as well as by the efforts of humanity, by its dedication to the task of establishing your name in the world. You wait for us to redeem the world, and so we rise to call upon your name and to glorify you in all the world. Yitkadav yitkadash shemei Rabbah, ve'almad v'rachirutei v'yamlich malchutei. Ba'agala, ba'agala, uvizman karim. Yahei shmei Rabbah mevarach, la'olam ul'olam me'almaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitba'ar v'yitrumam v'yitnaseh, v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal, shmei dikudesha. La'elam in kol v'yitchata v'yishirata. Amen. We read the English together. Blessed. Baruch hu et Adonai hamvorach. Baruch Adonai hamivorach leolam vaed. I held in trembling hand a shred of yellow cloth. Bitter revulsion and nausea roared in my mouth. There it is, there, the Jewish yellow badge. A sudden pounding took me by the throat. My blood streamed stronger. Hot words leaped out. There it is, the badge of honor of the Jew. Afterward, all through the night till morn, a Paul imprisoned hand and body, all my limbs, and it proclaimed, give honor to those bent and twisted points, those folds wrapped around the arms and shoulders of the Jew, God's witness and pledge. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך. והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך, ושיננתם לבניך, ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך, ובלכתך בדרך, ובשכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם לאות על ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך, למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם. You shall love Adonai your God with all your heart, with all your soul, and with all your might. Recite them when you stay at home and when you are away, when you lie down and when you get up. Thus you shall remember to observe all my commandments and to be holy to your God. Adonai Elohechem Emet. Where is God? In the ovens of Auschwitz, among the heaps of corpses at Treblinka, among the children's skeletons at Terens. We had descended into it generations ago, and the snakes have sent their venom into the bloodstream of humanity, gradually paralyzing us, numbing nerve after nerve, dulling our minds, darkening our vision. The vision of the sacred has all but died in the soul of humanity, and when greed, envy, and the reckless will to power came to maturity, the serpents cherished in the bosom of our civilization broke out of their dens to fall upon helpless people. We ridiculed superstition until we lost our ability to believe. We have bartered holiness for convenience, loyalty for success, love for power, wisdom for information, and tradition for fashion. God will return to us when we are willing to let God into our banks and factories, our Congress and clubs, our courts and homes and theaters. humanity reflects either the image of God's presence or that of a beast. Kamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi kamocha nedar ba'kodesh, nora tehilot, oseh pele, nora tehilot, oseh pele. Malchutecha ra'u vanecha, Bokei hayam lifnei Moshe u'Miriam, Ze'eli, anu ve'amiru, Adonai yimloch l'olam va'ed. Kifata Adonai et Yaakov, ukalo miyad chazak mimenu. Baruch atah Adonai Ga'al Yisrael. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu l'shalom, Ha'amideinu shomereinu l'chaim. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu l'shalom, Ha'amideinu shomereinu l'chaim. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu l'shalom, Ha'amiteinu shomereinu l'chaim. Ufros aleinu Sukkot Shalomecha, Ufros aleinu Sukkot Shalomecha. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu l'shalom, Ha'amideinu shomereinu l'chaim. Grant, O God, that we lie down in peace and raise us up again, our guardian, to life renewed. Spread over us the shelter of your peace. L'chaim. Once a rabbi was immured by his persecutors, where not a ray of light could reach him, so that he knew not when it was day or when it was night. Nothing tormented him so much as the thought of the pain and suffering that he and his people endured. But he said to himself, now it's Friday evening. This was always the hour when the weight of suffering was made light. On this day, I will not fall victim to the tormentor. For this is the day of the Spirit, a moment in eternity when I may glimpse the messianic time. There will be peace and freedom from pain and from the burden of oppression. This is a day to conquer the forces that have conquered us, a moment when we surpass civilization. Grant, O God, that we lie down in peace and raise us up to life renewed. Spread over us the shelter of your peace. Me'ata ve'ad olam. The seventh day is the armistice in our cruel struggle for existence, a truth in all conflicts, peace among all people. It is a day on which we avow our independence of that which is the world's chief idol, power. On the seventh day, God reviewed and reimagined. Adonai sifatai tiftach rufi agiti hilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu v'Elohei avoteinu v'imoteinu Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol, Ha'yibur V'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, V'konei HaKol, V'zocher Chasdei Avot V'imahot, V'mevigu Livnei V'neihem, L'ma'an Shemo Be'ahava, Melech Hozer U'Moshiach U'Magen, Baruch Atah Adonai, Magen Avraham Ve'ezrat Sarah. Atagi Olam Adonai, Mechayei HaKol Atah Rav L'Hoshia. You are holy, your name is holy, and those who are holy praise you every day. Blessed are you, Adonai, the holy God. The heaven and earth were finished in all their array. On the seventh day, God had completed the work that had been done, ceasing then on the seventh day from all the work that had been done. Alas, I knew it, and my neighbors too. All of us, big and small, we knew the truth. But not a word was said. Hush, not a word. We kept the secret buried in our breasts. Before they penned us within the ghetto walls, before Khmelno or bells, long before Ponar. For glances may reveal the truth we dare not say, but our hands did speak. The walls of every house, the stones of every street were well aware. The birds and fishes knew. We would be murdered. Without a reason and nothing to be done, the order had been issued stark and plain: slaughter the Jewish people, young and old. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha, a great peace would you please bring upon your people Israel. Ki atahu melech Adon, because you are the sovereign over all, L'chol HaShalom, and you are the bringer of peace. At Sinai, a covenant was forged. Over 3 millennia, 150 generations of Jews have affirmed and reaffirmed it. In exile and at Masada, in Jerusalem, the city of peace, and in the fires of Auschwitz. We spend a moment as we offer a prayer, a refuah shlema, for those needing a full and complete healing. And we mention the names of our fellow congregants: Judy Bindman, Debbie Breitman, Missy Cohen, Lori Cooper, Carol Kahn, Marty Kahn, Seal Levy, Diana Mattel, Carol Mortman, Carol Siegel, Mark Stewart, Chuck Waldron. We also offer prayers to these family and friends of TBEI: David Austin, Michael Becker, Jeffrey Fahrenbach Breitman, Amy Cairns, David Chazen, Amy Connolly, Marek Cooperman, Ashley McGregor, Ray Vansco, Robert Vansco. If there are other names to be added to our list tonight, please feel free to rise and have those names joined together. No. of body, and let us say, We have just spent a moment offering prayer for those needing complete and total healing. What we've probably left out is ourselves, the damage that was done by history, the damage of reflection, that everywhere we turn, the cars might be new, the televisions might be giving us the news in color, but it feels horribly like the same news. And so we need to remember, we need to reinvigorate our memories, our desire to see things change, our race to achieve tikkun olam, the repairing of the world in our lifetimes. Because what is on our shoulders are 6 million lifetimes, 6 million worlds that never had the chance, whose dreams are left to us. And so we light candles tonight for the 6 million. We call on a cross-grouping of members of our congregation of different generations, of different everything, so that we know that God's children were all of us. And so we call on Evelyn Poulter, Lily Beauchamp, Alan Bennett, Rosalind Infeld, Billy Weinshank, and Norman Miller to come together at the table and to read the section on the pages in front of their candle after lighting the candle. So we light the candle first, and then we bring brightness.
Sacred objects that were destroyed and desecrated by the murderers. The Nazis sought to kill our faith and our tradition. They thought they could kill God by destroying God's people and God's Torah. But it is only the parchment paper give them a life on earth once again. The third candle, unite this flame in honor of all those unknown people who assisted in our security. Before the air of worship under the Villa, before the divorce of the grave, they knew that most of them were doomed, but there was still that evil must be resisted, that the way a person died is important as the way a person lives. It is up to us to resist all attempts to destroy our people and resist all attempts of genocide of any other people.
The fourth candle, we light this flame to remember all those who resisted the Nazis by continuing to serve Jesus. Every act of kindness, every Shabbat candle lit in secret, every lump of blood waxed that was observed, every piece of bread received and placed on it was an act of resistance. Every beating God with the Shema on his purpose was resisting the Nazis by declaring that the Lord God of Israel is his true God. Only God is master over life and death. It is up to us to declare that the God of Israel is one. It is up to us to perform acts of kindness and love, to light Shabbat candles, to eat matzah on Pesach, and thus bring God's holiness back into this world.
The fifth candle, we light a candle in honor of those righteous Gentiles who risked their lives and who sometimes lost their lives in order to save Jewish lives. By their actions, they showed that the spirit of the human race is not dead. It is up to us to remember them and not to be bitter. May we have the courage to help others when they are in need of our assistance.
The sixth candle. We light this flame in honor of the reborn state of Israel. Its establishment just 3 years after the closing of the death camps showed us in the world that the Jewish people is alive, and the Jewish people is eternal. And in 1967, Jerusalem was ours once again, and we knew that the Jewish people will never again be powerless to stop those that would destroy us.
We have lit 6 candles, one for every million victims. We will remember them and pass on their memory to our children and to our children's children. We are the people of Israel. We are the ones who heard God's voice at Sinai telling us, "Thou shalt not murder." By these eyes that have seen the woe and disgrace of days too awful to forgive, I have taken this oath to remember everything, every drop of blood, for as long as I live. till the 10th generation, till the pain disappears, till the last of my vengeance is erased by these tears. Cry, heaven, if this night of terror has passed in vain. The screams ignored, heard only by Jewish ears. Cry, heaven, if tomorrow I forget these streaming tears, forgetting it all, remembering nothing of all that pain. Tonight is a unique night. In keeping with the service, we will bypass announcements in here. We will share announcements in the social hall as we continue and rise for the Aleinu. Aleinu l'shabeach l'aton hakol, l'teit gedul al yotzer bereshit, shelo asanu kegoyecha aratzot, v'lo samanu k'mishpachot ha'adama, shelo sam chelkeinu kahem, b'gor aleinu kechol hamonam, v'anachnu korim, u'mishtachavim u'modim, Lifnei melech malachei hamlachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu Shehu notei shamayim v'yoset aretz U'moshav yikaro b'shamayim mima'al U'shchinatu zo b'govei miromim Hu Eloheinu ein od Emet malkeinu efes ulato Kakatuv b'torato V'yadata hayom V'ashivota elivavecha Ki Adonai hu ha-Elohim B'shamayim mima'al Ve'al haaretz mitachat ein od Ve'ne'emar V'haya Adonai L'melech al kol haaretz Bayom hahu Yeh Adonai echad Ushmo echad Ushemo Echad. On that day, Adonai will be one, and God's name will be one. Tonight, our Kaddish Yatom is unique. Our Kaddish prayer was created by Elie Wiesel for those forced to remember those lost in the Shoah. You will see on the sheets that you have that to the left of all the Hebrew are the names of camps. So as we mention and read the Hebrew, we will stop so that we can all mention and remember the names of places of horror, of vitriol, and of anger. Yet Gadal, V'yet Kadash, Shemei Rabbah, Ve'alma Divrach Chirutei, Vayamlich Malchutei, B'chaye Echon Uv'yom Echon, Uv'chaye Dechol Beit Yisrael, Ba'agala Uv'zman Kariv, V'imru, Amen. Yehei Shmei Rabba Mevarach Le'olam Ulal Me'al Maya, Yitbarach V'yishtabach, V'yitpa'ar V'yit Romam, V'yit Naseh V'yit Hadar, V'yit Alev V'yit Halal, Shmei Dikutsha B'richu, Le'ela Min Kol Birchata V'shirata, Tushbechata v'nechemata, da'amiran be'olma, v'imru, amen. Yehei shalom rabba min shemaya v'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael, v'imru, amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav, huya aseh shalom, aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael, v'imru, amen. We mention all those whose yahrzeits are in our minds and in our hearts. We move forward on this Shabbat with hearts heavy and replete with darkness as we remember those taken at this season in years past, 1.5 million children taken by the hand of the oppressor during the Holocaust, and the 6 million nameless. We leave with heavy heart, committed to seeing that when we say never again, we mean never again. And that not just the words, but our strength and our energy as human beings. We will use every sinew in our spirit and in our bones to bring that to truth. Shabbat Shalom. We will, just before we go inside, we will do Kiddush and Motzi. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu, v'shabbat kodsho be'ava u'v'ratzon hinchilanu, zikaron l'maaseh v'reishit, ki hu yom techila L'mikrai kodesh, zeichel l'tziat Mitzrayim, kivanu v'acharta, ve'otanu kidashta, mikol ha'amim, v'shabbat kodshecha, be'ava u'v'ratzon, Hinchaltanu, Baruch Ata Adonai, Mikadesh HaShabbat. Baruch Ata Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, hamotzi lechem min haaretz. Amen. Please join us in the social hall for Oneg and Kiddush.